Begin by settling into a position that feels supportive. Not perfect, just stable enough to rest. Allow your eyes to close gently, or soften your gaze, let the outside world fade into the background. Take a slow breath in through the nose and a long, unhurried breath out. Let the body receive the signal to slow down. You do not need to arrive anywhere else. You are already here. That is enough. This meditation is about readiness, not readiness through effort, but readiness through openness. Notice the natural rhythm of your breathing, the inhale rising on its own, the exhale releasing without instruction. Let the breath move freely. You are not guiding it, you are allowing it. If the mind begins to think, plan, or question, acknowledge it gently. Thinking does not mean you are doing this wrong. It simply means the mind is active and activity is allowed. Each time you notice the mind wandering, return softly to sensation, the breath, the weight of the body. Feel the surface beneath you, steady, reliable, holding you without effort. Allow the shoulders to drop, the jaw to loosen, the muscles around the eyes to soften. With every exhale, release a little more holding. Let gravity support you. Notice how the body responds when nothing is being demanded. A subtle settling, a quiet sense of ease. You may begin to sense space opening inside the chest, around the breath, throughout the body. This space does not need to be filled. It does not need direction. It only needs permission. Becoming ready to receive does not require knowing what you want. It requires being available for what is meant to arrive. You do not have to decide anything right now. You do not have to name a desire. You are simply creating space. Notice the pause between breaths, that small moment where nothing is happening. Rest there, even briefly. That pause is enough. In these pauses, urgency softens, effort loosens, control relaxes. Receiving does not happen through force. It happens when resistance fades, when safety is felt. Notice how the body feels as pressure dissolves, a sense of relief, a sense of calm. This calm is important. The nervous system must feel safe before it can receive. Allow awareness to remain open and spacious, not focused on one thing, not searching for answers. Sounds may come and go, sensations may shift, everything is allowed. Nothing needs your attention, nothing needs correction. Presence is enough. You are not asking life for something right now. You are becoming receptive, available, open. Notice how this openness feels, not empty, but alive. Alive with possibility, alive with readiness, alive with trust. You are not late, you are not behind. You are arriving exactly where you need to be. Let this understanding settle into the body, into the breath, into the quiet beneath thought. This is the foundation of receiving, not chasing, not asking, but allowing. Remain here for a few more breaths, open, grounded, at ease. Let the body remember this state, the mind soften into it, the breath carry it. We will continue gently. Remain exactly where you are. Let the openness you've created continue to hold you. Notice how readiness feels now, not like anticipation, not like effort, just a quiet availability. You are not reaching for anything. You are allowing space for what already wants to arrive. Let the breath continue naturally, in and out, without instruction. With each exhale, sense a gentle release, as if something unnecessary is being set down. Readiness is not a decision, it is a state, a way of being. Notice how the body feels when nothing is being asked of it. No performance, no preparation. There may be a sense of neutrality, or softness, or simply calm. Whatever you notice is enough. There is no correct experience, only presence. If thoughts arise about the future, acknowledge them kindly, then return to sensation. The weight of the body, the steadiness beneath you, the breath moving quietly. Receiving does not require effort. It requires safety, and safety grows in stillness. Notice how safety feels in the body, a loosening, a sense of permission. When the nervous system feels safe, it becomes receptive. It no longer guards, it allows. You do not need to convince yourself that things will work out. The body responds to calm, not arguments. Allow awareness to widen gently, as if there is more room inside you now. This room is not empty. It is prepared. It is welcoming. Notice how this openness does not rush. It waits patiently. Patience here is not waiting. It is trust, it is knowing without urgency. You are not missing the moment. You are in it, fully. If a desire quietly appears, you do not need to hold it. Let it rest lightly in awareness. Desire held without tension becomes clear, becomes precise. Stillness refines what belongs, it lets go of what does not. You may sense a subtle ordering, as if things are finding their place without direction. This ordering is not mental, it is intuitive and Imagibit. You are not managing it, you are allowing it. Notice how ease feels now more familiar, less fragile. Ease does not disappear easily. It is resilient. It remembers you. Let this ease settle deeper, into the chest, into the belly, into the breath. You may feel a quiet confidence forming. Not excitement, not expectation. Confidence as steadiness. Confidence as trust. This is what it feels like to be ready to receive, not leaning forward, not holding back. Just open, available, grounded. Remain here for a few more breaths. Let this state integrate. Let the body remember. We will continue gently. Remain with the openness you feel. Let it deepen without effort. There is nothing to add. Notice how readiness has a quiet quality, not urgency, not expectation, just presence. This presence does not lean forward. It does not pull away. It stays. Allow the breath to continue on its own, in and out, steady and unforced. You may sense a gentle balance forming between allowing and awareness, between stillness and life. Readiness is not a moment you reach. It is a state you recognize, familiar, grounded. Notice how the body feels when it is no longer bracing, no longer preparing, no longer waiting. There may be a sense of ease spreading gradually, or a simple neutrality. Whatever is present is welcome. Nothing needs to change for readiness to be real. If the mind tries to name outcomes, gently let those thoughts pass. They are not needed right now. Return to sensation, the breath touching the chest, the body resting in place. Receiving begins when the body no longer guards, when effort softens into trust. Notice how trust feels here, not as belief, not as certainty. Trust as relaxation, trust as openness, trust as non-resistance. You are not asking life to move faster. You are allowing it to move precisely. Precision does not rush. It arrives when space is ready. Feel the space inside you now, not empty. Prepared. Prepared to meet what aligns, prepared to release what does not. Stillness clarifies without analysis, without force. You may sense a quiet discernment, a knowing beneath thought, a feeling of this fits. This knowing does not explain itself. It does not argue. It simply remains. Notice how the breath feels when clarity is present, even grounded, calm. Readiness does not announce itself. It settles in quietly like something clicking into place. You do not need to check for it if you are here. It is already happening. Allow this understanding to sink deeper into the nervous system, to the body. This state is stable. It does not depend on mood. It does not depend on certainty. You can return to it with a pause, with a breath. Remain here a little longer. Let readiness feel normal. Let openness feel safe. You are not waiting anymore. You are available. Available for movement. Available for clarity. Available for receiving. Stay with this feeling grounded, open, at ease. We will continue gently. Remain with the openness that has formed. Let it feel familiar now, like a space you recognize. Notice how readiness no longer feels like preparation. It feels like allowance, like permission. There is nothing you need to do to maintain this state. It sustains itself when you stop interfering. Allow awareness to rest more deeply inside the body, not observing from above, but inhabiting. Feel the quiet stability beneath sensation, a steady presence that does not move with thought. This presence does not rush. It does not ask, it simply remains available. Notice how the mind feels less urgent now, less interested in timelines, less interested in proof. This is natural. Readiness softens the need to control. Let the breath continue to flow naturally in and out, unconcerned with outcome. You may sense a subtle trust beginning to take root. Not excitement, not expectation. Trust as calm, trust as neutrality, trust as steadiness. This trust does not promise anything. It simply removes resistance, and that is enough. Notice how the body responds when resistance fades, a gentle release, a sense of ease. Receiving does not happen. Because you ask correctly, it happens. Because you stop guarding. You are not opening forcefully, you are opening because it feels safe to do so. Safety is the doorway, ease is the invitation. Notice how openness now feels less fragile, more grounded, more stable. This is important. Receiving requires stability, not intensity. If a desire arises, let it remain soft, unclaimed, unpressured. Desire held gently becomes clear, becomes honest, becomes aligned. You do not need to examine it. You do not need to decide. Stillness refines naturally. Notice how clarity here does not arrive as words, it arrives as resonance, as fit. A subtle sense of yes or not now, or this belongs. These signals do not demand action. They simply inform quietly. Readiness listens, it does not rush to respond. Allow this listening to deepen further into the breath, into the body. You are not waiting for permission, you are already available. Available to meet what aligns, available to release what does not. Available to receive without effort. Notice how this state does not require vigilance. It does not collapse when attention drifts. It is patient. it remains. Let this understanding settle gently, let the body absorb it. Receiving begins here, not in desire, but in allowance. Remain with this feeling for a few more breaths, grounded, open, at ease. We will continue gently. Remain with the steadiness that is present now. Notice how it does not require attention to continue. Readiness has settled into the body, not as effort, not as anticipation, but as quiet availability. You are no longer preparing to receive, you are already open, already allowing. Let the breath move naturally, in and out, unconcerned with outcome. Notice how the body feels when it is not waiting for permission. A gentle confidence, a grounded ease. This confidence does not announce itself. It does not rush forward. It simply remains. Allow awareness to rest in this calm center, the place that does not lean toward the future or pull from the past. Here, there is nothing to manage, nothing to improve, nothing to control. Receiving does not require vigilance, it happens when guarding softens, when effort releases. Notice how effort has loosened, how the need to do it right has faded. You are not performing readiness, you are embodying it. This embodiment is subtle, it feels ordinary, and that is its strength. Notice how safety feels now, not as excitement, but as calm familiarity. When the nervous system feels safe, it opens naturally. It does not need persuasion. Allow this safety to settle even deeper into the chest, into the belly, into the breath. You may sense a widening as if there is more room inside you than before. This room is not empty, it is receptive, prepared, welcoming. You are not calling anything in, you are simply no longer blocking, no longer bracing. Notice how this changes the quality of wanting. Desire becomes quieter, more honest, more precise. Desire no longer pushes, it waits, it listens. This listening is important, it allows what truly aligns to become clear. Stillness continues to refine without analysis, without pressure. You may feel a subtle sense of things aligning on their own, pieces settling, energy organizing. This organization does not need your help, it is intelligent, responsive. You are not behind this process, you are within it. Notice how trust feels now, not as belief in an outcome, but as ease with not knowing. Not knowing does not feel threatening here, it feels spacious, open. This openness allows timing to reveal itself naturally without forcing, without rushing. You do not need to be alert for signs, you do not need to monitor progress, readiness does not require surveillance. Allow yourself to rest in this understanding, let it become familiar. This state is available to you outside this meditation in small pauses in quiet moments. A single breath, a single exhale, that is enough to return. Receiving continues even when you are not thinking about it, even when you are occupied, even when you forget. This is because readiness is not mental, it is embodied. Let the body remember this state, let the nervous system settle into it. Remain here for a few more breaths, open, grounded, at ease. This part is complete, and readiness continues without effort. Remain gently present. Notice how readiness continues without effort. You are not holding this state, it is holding you, quietly, steadily. Allow awareness to broaden slightly, not leaving the body, but including more of the moment. Feel the steadiness beneath sensation, the calm that does not depend on circumstances. Readiness now feels embodied, not something you think about, something you live from. Let the breath move freely in and out, easy and unforced. Notice how ease carries intelligence. It knows when to pause, it knows when to move. You do not need to decide the next step. Clarity arrives when pressure is absent. If the mind reaches for answers, meet it with kindness, then return to sensation. The body understands timing. It responds to safety, not urgency. Notice how safety feels now, grounded, familiar, reliable. This safety allows you to remain open, without becoming tense, without bracing. Receiving does not require vigilance. It unfolds when openness is stable. You may notice a subtle responsiveness, a readiness to meet life as it approaches. This is not anticipation, it is availability, present and calm. Availability does not chase, it does not resist, it stays receptive. From this state, movement feels natural, action feels aligned, rest feels complete. You are not waiting for permission, you are already in cooperation with timing. Notice how confidence feels here, not loud, not performative. Confidence as steadiness, confidence as trust in the unfolding. This trust does not need reassurance, it does not require signs, it simply remains. Allow this trust to integrate further into posture, into breath, into presence. You may sense a quiet readiness to respond when needed, without rehearsing, without planning. This readiness is flexible, it adapts, it listens. You are not fixed in one state. You are responsive without losing ease. Receiving happens in moments like this, unnoticed, unannounced. Life meets you where openness exists, where resistance has softened. You do not need to watch for it, You do not need to measure it. Readiness continues quietly. If at any time you feel pulled into effort, you can return here. A pause, a breath, a softening. This is enough to restore availability, to restore ease. Let the nervous system absorb this way of being, let it feel normal. This is not a peak state, it is a baseline, a foundation. Receiving builds from here, naturally, without force. Remain for a few more breaths, open, grounded, at ease. This part completes gently, and readiness continues as you move forward. Remain gently present. Notice how readiness continues without effort. You are not holding this state, it is holding you. Quietly, steadily. Allow awareness to broaden slightly, not leaving the body, but including more of the moment. Feel the steadiness beneath sensation, the calm that does not depend on circumstances. Readiness now feels embodied, not something you think about, something you live from. Let the breath move freely in and out, easy and unforced. Notice how ease carries intelligence. It knows when to pause, it knows when to move. You do not need to decide the next step. Clarity arrives when pressure is absent. If the mind reaches for answers, meet it with kindness, then return to sensation. The body understands timing. It responds to safety, not urgency. Notice how safety feels now, grounded, familiar, reliable. The safety allows you to remain open, without becoming tense, without bracing. Receiving does not require vigilance, it unfolds when openness is stable. You may notice a subtle responsiveness, a readiness to meet life as it approaches. This is not anticipation, it is availability, present and calm. Availability does not chase, it does not resist, it stays receptive. From this state, movement feels natural, action feels aligned, rest feels complete. You are not waiting for permission, you are already in cooperation with timing. Notice how confidence feels here, not loud, not performative. Confidence is steadiness, confidence is trust in the unfolding. This trust does not need reassurance, it does not require signs, it simply remains. Allow this trust to integrate further into posture, into breath, into presence. You may sense a quiet readiness to respond when needed, without rehearsing, without planning. This readiness is flexible, it adapts, it listens. You are not fixed in one state. You are responsive without losing ease. Receiving happens in moments like this, unnoticed, unannounced. Life meets you where openness exists, where resistance has softened. You do not need to watch for it, you do not need to measure it. Readiness continues quietly. If at any time you feel pulled into effort, you can return here. A pause, a breath, a softening. This is enough to restore availability, to restore ease. Let the nervous system absorb this way of being. Let it feel normal. This is not a peak state, it is a baseline, a foundation. Receiving builds from here naturally, without force. Remain for a few more breaths, open, grounded, at ease. This part completes gently, and readiness continues as you move forward.